Yep. Welcome to another live streamed episode of A Different Day with Ja and
It's Neci. Good afternoon.
how you doing? How you doing?
I am tired mentally, physically, emotionally. I know they probably think like we take a break and we recharge. No, we were busy.
Yeah.
We have real lives that,
I had somebody ask me before, like, you to walk? Yes. I know there's a lot going on with the podcast and you always see me, but yeah, I work a job for real.
We got real jobs.
Yes, yeah. Real jobs, real life, real
families.
Yeah, responsibilities.
Bellaries for sure.
Exactly. Yo, what going on, Marcus? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and share the live. We got another great episode. This time ain't gonna be so Trump heavy, so I know Neci happy to hear about that.
Woo! Let's go. I'm excited already.
Yeah, I tired of this man.
Clearly, we have to pace ourselves. I told you already know. I know we got to keep up with the trending topics and update the people, and I respect it and I'm for it. But we got to pace ourselves. We ain't even a year and a half. We're just barely a year and a half.
Yeah.
We
15 months. Ain't going
a
hard.
long ways to go.
For real. I try my best not to pray for somebody's demise, but this man making it very difficult. So we gonna get into the show. We're gonna start it off as we always do with the good news. But first, we want to give a big shout out to who we are also streaming with, our parent affiliate 101.3 ROE FM. Go ahead and check them out. Also, you can watch their live streams and all their shows live on 101.3 ROE FM. It's the number one station in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We want to thank you guys again for tuning in. We're going to roll right into the show because we kept y'all waiting for 2 weeks. I pray harder. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't want to wish for nobody demise. So,
yeah, you don't know how they're going to come back to you, so we got to be careful what you're wishing for.
Exactly. So we're going to start it off how we usually do with the good news. And we want to clap it up for these young graduates. Now, did you get the name of the last?
I did not.
Okay. We're going to still big them up.
I tried, but I didn't.
We're gonna still big him up. So forgive us if you know this young man. Please big him up too. But first, we want to give a big congratulations. And look at this: 50 acceptances. Over $950,000 in scholarships. This young lady, Miss Janaya Greenidge, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She was awarded over 900, almost $1 million in scholarships. She's very highly sought after.
Play the M and roll a little win.
Yo, almost $1 million in scholarship. What?
I was actually there when they were, because she's part of the Iconic Class of 2026, which is my son's graduating class. And they actually read those out during their class night. And she had 5 full rides to the top 5 biggest schools.
Wow.
So once I heard that, I know the rest was just butter oozing out of, okay? Yeah. So they read all those acceptances for her. They have to take turns reading the schools.
Because your mouth gets dry. Yeah, I get it.
I am very proud of her and Central High School for being in the spotlight for that monumental situation. That is amazing.
Big up Central High. If you don't know, that's me and Crucian Neci's alma mater. So for them to be getting it like that, that's awesome. We saying, Darren, thanks for coming in. So shout out again to Miss Janaya Greenidge. 50 acceptances, almost $1 million worth in scholarships. That's huge. Want to thank this young man. He's also, with this name, I knew he was going places. Mr. Bernhard Simmons IV, class of 2026. He's an aspiring civil engineer. And you know you got to get good grades to get these kind of jobs. So shout out to him. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, Bernhardt or Mr.
Agree,
Simmons.
congrats. You write the name. The name is very solid. That's
Exactly.
a generational name. It stands on something. It means something. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not no name we just give it our child. Like, they ain't like Jada Ford. This is like when you hear the name, you know the family they come from. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that's giving me. It's giving.
Yeah, you see, these are kind of names that it's like he come from good stock. You know that,
oh, your parents, and it's like,
yes.
it'll be like, oh, your parents are so and so. You know, that's what it's giving.
That was my goal, my dream, to have my children, when they mention the Douglas name, like, that's still what I want to do. I want a legacy that where it's like, oh, you part of the Douglas, okay, you come from good stock. That's my goal. That's a legacy I want.
These kids just trying to ruin our hard work. I support you.
You dying the goal no more for you?
No, I mean, it is the goal. Like, that's you like, when you hear, oh, that's Neci kids, and you'd be like, I'd have to be like, wink, like, what they do? You know? I don't be like, oh, they represented me well. It'd be like, oh, what they do?
What they do? Damn. See,
but
it seemed like, we came up hard, right? We came up hard. And then we tried to make it easier for them, but it's almost like we made it too soft or too easy of a life. So they try to buck the system and like, nah. To hell with what you're saying. I can just do it the hard way. And it's like, why though? You don't have to.
I should have dropped them off in Red Brick for the summers. That's what should I do.
Wait. What am I using? Am I using my government name in the chat? What going on here? What going on here, Keita? Yeah, you spelled it correctly, actually. That's what's up. Oh, I love my name, son. Is that damn girl? I don't know. I want to give congratulations also to my little one, my youngest daughter, my little badass Capricorn, Jaleesa Douglas. She is also graduating. This is her prom night. Isn't she beautiful? Big up yourself.
Gorgeous. I loved it.
Big up yourself, Jaleesa, aka Jaja. That's my daughter. She's graduating on the 22nd, and I couldn't be prouder.
Look at you. We graduate and look at us. Who would have thought?
I know, right? She want to be a realtor / model. At one point, she wanted to be an assassin, but look at her now. Little girly girl.
Oh, that's her daddy's kid.
I know, right? No. So big up to all three of those. There was this one, we did not get his name, but congratulations. This young man has received or is receiving over $280,000 in scholarships. You see all those names? You see all those schools? LSU is a big one. What else on here? I don't even know most of them schools. What's this one with a cat? What's that one with a cat? Whatever. All right.
We need to do I guess the logo. We can't.
If I know the names of these, tell us, because I don't know them by the logo at all. I don't watch no March Madness or basketball or none of that.
Okay.
About to
so
be
congrats to he's from the educational complex. So big up the educational complex and that as well. The other young man was from the Go to Country Day School, right? And the Black Bernard was from Go to Country Day. Okay. That
sound like a country day student.
The names it's given institution,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's given private school. What is it? I'm not sure.
Go to Country. Go to Country.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. And you said this one is complex?
Yes, that is complex. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, young man, and all those graduates, all 2026 graduates. Congratulations. We don't know what you had to go through. We don't know what your parents had to go through, how much tutoring, how much time, how much energy you put into this school year. You never know. It's not always easy, So congratulations to you. Big up ISL for making it through, because hell, some of y'all got more schooling in store, and none of it is easy. So congrats.
And just before we move on quickly, of course, my son is graduating too. I didn't send his picture, but congrats to Dakari. He's graduating too, as well. So I gotta shout out my son, Dakari. And parents, if you want to give your kids a spotted shout out, DM the page, send us their picture, what school they're going to, if they got scholarships. We will highlight the kids. So we're all Team Kids over here. Send it to us, the Same Difference page. We will definitely give them shout outs, okay?
Yes, so we will big you up live and direct. We start off the show with good news. Go ahead and send it in no matter what it is. Every episode we started off this way and we want more. Over time it tends to get harder to find it, so please help us out. Let us know. Yeah, shout out to Kari, big up to Kari. Great kid, very funny. I love the way he gets on her damn nerves. It's amazing.
You just like this. You like this. You like this.
He debates and he argues well. I like the guy.
I know you like him. I know.
Yo, he'd have you in a gear, and I love to see it, man.
Like that nonchalant, direct sense of humor. That's what you like.
Yeah, I like the guy. An assassin, bro. Yeah, when she was really young, she wanted to be an assassin. I didn't know where to start her off, nothing, because I don't know Batman. Hey, big up.
Her path changed course, eh?
Hey, there's still time. She's still young. You gonna cry at the graduation? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see. Ought to be an empty nester. Yeah. If they leave with the prices, with the economy, with the way
just now in two breaths.
You notice that with the way the economy is, I don't know. Penn State. So the one with the tiger is Penn State. Darren says.
Okay.
I figured he would know something about that thing.
I give you a little credit.
Debates well, future lawyer. He's a future engineer, isn't he? The car is a future engineer.
That's what he says.
Big brain.
He gonna be asking him where the screw gotta go here. I could unsee it already.
Anyone who gives Neci a hard time is good in my books. That's what I'm saying. Like to watch him go toe to toe with her is a thing of beauty. Because she don't want to debate you and all that. I can't take it. But he'll get her up against the ropes.
He annoy me. Oh my God.
Praying for a boom economy when Ari graduates. Yeah, man. Like, oh God. I feel for them. I was telling my daughters the other day, I was like, it sucks that this is what y'all entering the job market in. But y'all always got place. So y'all ain't gotta worry about that. Me, I had to get out the house. So there's that.
I know. I'm about to get empty nester too, so it's gonna be a different kind of year. Look at us.
For sure. I keep talking about freedom, but we're gonna see what'll happen. Sounds like he does win most debates. It's still her house.
He doesn't win most of the debates, but if he thinks like this is what it is, that's what it is. Yeah. And it's like that's not the only way. Like you could fry an egg 500 times, but try different. He's very like. The world isn't in the shape that you alone defined it to be. Like, if you think it's just square, because I put everything in the square box, like he's gonna have some hard comings, learnings for life. I can tell him.
Savon says, put in your PTO. I wish I had a chance to record that debate they were having about women choosing the beer. I wish, because I would have posted that so quick, but I didn't have the mental fortitude to record it at that time. That was a great debate.
You was highly entertained. That's what your problem was.
It was amazing. Because I like to debate, and here's my problem. People these days, they think they're debating when in fact you're just arguing. A debate is when you come with logic and you come with reason, you come with stats, you come with facts. That's what he does. Most people, they just get big feelings, a phone, and the will to type. That's what they want to debate with. No.
And he's not considerate of your feelings.
No. He's going to say it, and that's what it is. What was your stance about the beer, Neci? Hey, do we have time for this?
What was my stance about the beer?
Yeah, women choosing the beer.
We doing this with
No. You're right. We ain't got no time. It's a lot. All right, and you know what else is going on? It was Carnival, baby, in St. Thomas. 2026. Here's the lineup. It's done as of the 2nd. So it was Easter Children's Fun Day. Queen show. What is the hospital show? Okay. Junior
They go
Calypso.
to, I think they do a little mini parade at Snyder Hospital for the kids who can't enjoy the festivities.
Oh, that's
It's like a little mini parade, and they have like a food and like they have little treats and to give them like the carnival experience.
Why St. Croix don't have?
St. Croix does not do that.
Why we don't do stuff like that? That's great.
So I don't know how it's funded. I was having a conversation with somebody like St. Thomas has a lot of big sponsors from their big companies that they have over there that they do pour into making festival what it is because it boosts the economy and it boosts their profit margin. So technically it's a big win for them. So a lot of those big hotels and big organizations really see the benefit of pouring into it because they reap the benefit. So like for for their carnival, Queen and St. Thomas, those girls usually have one sponsor for the show. One company sponsors a girl. And St. Croix, those girls have to go and scout their sponsorships. So there's a big difference in how they're sponsored because companies does that and St. Thomas. So like things like that is what makes a big difference. And so I do think that's a good concept that they have. I think that it should be done in St. Croix to some degree. But yeah.
Yeah. Marcus is asking when is St. Croix Carnival. Carnival, the actual one in my estimation usually starts the day after Christmas, but they have the Queen shows and stuff like that. So in my
Carnival by law, and just because St. Thomas own is by law, it's always the first Friday and Saturday of the new year. The children's parade has to be on the first Friday and the adults on the first Saturday. So I believe that's January 1st and 2nd. So New Year's Day this year is children's parade. And then the second would be adults parade. So you work backwards from there.
You see, for me, it starts when village open. So that's what I'd accounted by. When the village
I agree, but for people planning trips, that's how you plan. Like you always look at what the first Friday and Saturday is of the new year. That's parade days. And then you plan your trip backwards from there to when you want to be here. So I agree with you. But people usually like, oh, I'm gonna miss this and I'm gonna miss that. Like after 2028, like it'll be later on in January because the first Friday will not be in January. The first will be a Saturday. So it'll roll to the following weekend when the parade will be the Friday, Saturday. So it has to be the first Friday, Saturday in January.
Okay. Hey, the more you know. Carnival performances and parade at hospital. They used to do it at Wang Louis too. Another thing they stopped, probably gonna say is because of money. All right.
I haven't heard about it now. I haven't heard about it, so maybe that's interesting.
All right. So again, Calypso Monarch was on the 25th. Boat races on the 26th. Panorama Village Nights was April 27th to May 2nd. A Youth Tramp. Look at that. April 28th. I didn't hear nothing about Stanley being over there. Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights don't go over there?
They typically do. I haven't seen much of the performances or the village. I've barely seen anything. Let me just put it that way. So I don't even know what's happening.
Food
My
fair.
life has been a little off social media, so I haven't seen anything.
I see. April 29th was Food Fair. I didn't hear much about that. April 30th, Juve. I heard the reviews were kind of mixed. Children's Parade was May 1st. I hope it got a huge attendance. May 2nd was Adults Parade. Oh, the woman was so beautiful. Oh, they were so beautiful. And fireworks ended the evening. The biggest event that I heard about for Carnival was PTO. That seemed like I didn't hear any complaints about party turnover. So yeah, that's on my list for next year. Yeah, me and Griffin.
I heard one complaint of PTO had nothing to do with the organization or the artists.
What was it? What was the complaint?
A girl who was a PTO on TikTok, I forgot her name, was talking about the fish. Yeah, when you always hear people talk about it smelling fish, but they're not selling fish. She said she actually had that experience at PTO. So that's the only thing I heard. We heard the place would turn up scent-wise. That was about it. But that's any party where you sweating, please. I don't know if I get coochie deodorant, but it needs to be a thing.
Me and Neci in the same boat. We didn't catch anything. I had access to old photos and videos at 1F Louis, and it included the hospital parade. It was smaller. If you could please DM us with those hospital parade things, that'd be dope. Would love to focus on that because I never heard about it. Neci, you pick a troop for this year?
No, I have not.
Neci just wanted the year to done. They look like poor thing. Hey, it's gonna
done
be okay.
On a good note, not just done. I wanted to turn it on.
True. All right. So as you know, 101.3 ROE FM is always on the road for St. Thomas Carnival, and this year was no different. ROE was on the road for Juve and all the other events. They were doing live remote broadcasts. From the time it started to end, they had a villa. They had your wifey, Miss Tanisha Dower, was cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Me.
One day I got to experience that there, man. To wake up to just food right there.
Being prepared live. Like, you know, like the aroma just wait, like you then roll over and and just like hydroplane out there, like you elevate off the bed to the kitchen, like that must be nice.
That's almost as good as breakfast in bed. So one of these days we must do.
Then you have us at the pool or go do activities and come back and the dinner prepping too. Man.
There's the boss lady herself and the host of Bushty in the Morning Show, Nika Neeks. And when we say they were outside, we mean literally outside.
Physically.
Literally. Here's Angela Yee from the Way Up show with her and Mano outside. Look at the view. This is real. They were really outside. So big up 101.3, the boss lady, and everybody at 101.3 that were on the trucks, that was outside doing interviews. One of the interviews I caught was with Benny Demas. And they always have people coming in and out when they're remote streaming, so it's pretty dope. Yes. Once again, you could go ahead and follow them on Facebook and look at their live streams. All right. Darren asked, "Ain't too early to think about troops?"
I don't really been. Last year was the first I've been in a parade in forever, which was an anomaly. People didn't even notice I was in a parade, and I appreciated it a lot. So I don't know. I haven't thought about like I in a parade this year, so I need to go with like the masquerade. I need like the whole face ensemble cover. Like I want to be like,
come on, nah. You need something in your colors for the new Crucian gal, Neci. You need that whole print to come out. That's what you need. You don't need to hide behind nothing. Stop that. And here's a little clip for a little taste of what Carnival was like, provided by the VI Consortium. Check this clip out. Row outside on the big truck. I said he was a cameraman last week.
Just now was jamming.
This one I want to go down the road. Hey, is Gentleman or Jones going down the road again? Because that way you could get your own costume and ain't no big entry fee and something like that. You know what I'm saying? Darren, you gotta let us know about that. They
typically do go down the road every year. I think they did not go down the road this year. I don't remember why they did. But they did plan to, but it didn't.
Well, Darren, are part of the clique. That's why I asked you. You should know.
I'm sorry?
Darren is part of the Gentleman of Jones. That's why I asked.
I got you. Okay, I didn't see his.
I'll be outside. So Miss Thomas said she was outside swinging.
She was doing some stuff last year.
She was doing some stuff.
I saw it with my eyes as I turned. She left that turny part home. That's how.
Oh yeah, that ain't how we go. I seen. Hey, oh man, I seen it. Speaking of leaving stuff at home, I seen Janelle. Oh, Janelle's. Oh. Anyway, her masquerade.
Jumbi, right? I saw her some. I saw a picture of her as a Makajumbi this year for St. Thomas Carnival. I think she was in a parade.
Janelle Sorrow?
Yes.
She wasn't on a stills. She wasn't on a stills. I've seen it. She might have been, but she was not on stills. Her masquerade mask gotta have the glasses. Talking about you, Neci.
I will sure you're planning for me. I appreciate it.
I gonna just be handing out water and alcohol and wiping sweat. I ain't ready. Ain't ready for the road like that.
You think that you're gonna just walk the parade road and then God gonna just drag you in a troop anyway?
Well,
you just be one and do the play. You're not gonna flow your hand open. They'll be like,
well, they could take me. They could take me.
And you will let them. And that's and you will let them. I'll be like, kind of, I don't put my life 360 for you so I can just keep track of you down the road because you're gonna disappear.
Yo, what going on, Dolce? Hello. Inside. All right. Now, what seemed to have the Virgin Islands in an uproar almost as much as Carnival itself was Mr. iShow Speed, the popular streamer with millions. I think you have like 50 million followers or something like that. The popular streamer iShow Speed actually made his way to the Virgin Islands, and we couldn't have been more excited about it. And I said sometimes I'd be wishing Janelle would. I still wonder myself, but anyway. Hey,
what was the comment? I didn't even see you move off the screen so quick. Like, you didn't even finish reading their ass.
Sometimes I'd be wishing Janelle wasn't for the opposite team. The only team she plays for is delegate to Congress, which is what she's the candidate for. All right. So yeah.
That's a smooth transition. I like that. Okay.
So iShow Speed was outside. He was trying all the Virgin Islands had to offer. One of which here is iShow Speed trying lime out tacos for the first time.
Where we at right now? We really in the middle of the ocean eating tacos. They have a taco shop in the middle of the ocean, bro. And you about to look, Chad, like look, you about the delivery. That's how they deliver their food. Like what? Are you serious? You should show the drone view.
So a lot of people didn't know, well, the older folks didn't know who Speed is, but he's very well known, especially if you have young children. They should have mentioned him or something. I mean, all it takes is a Google. It's not like he's a nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So we're glad that he showed up because it brings exposure to the Virgin Islands, which especially when you're not one of the bigger Caribbean islands, you tend to not get much exposure like the other ones, right? So I really appreciate that Speed did this and that he's doing such a thing. He's currently at, according to him, 92 countries. He's trying to hit all 200. So he's thinking maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, he should be done with that. So big up, because his Africa tour was huge. And it was a boom for their economy and everything else. So big up this young man. He's doing great things. Now, he tried. I don't know how he fit all this stuff into one trip because I don't know. I haven't even done all this. But he went to the taco place. Tired. Like, I don't know how the hell he did it. But he did the tacos. He did jet skiing. He did the jet car. He was boxing with, I think, Julian Jackson Jr. He played a game of basketball. Listen, he was outside for real. So here's another clip of him. Don't ask me what's the cultural relevance behind it, but it's a mixed match. And if you know anything about Speed, you understand that his brand is athletic and like fitness, being fit,
Yes.
and sports. So here he is with the first family of Taino, I guess you could say, the Taino family doing backflips.
Taino! Hey, hey, hey,
Nice here.
Back up a little bit.
When did you have to do all of this?
That's what I say. And the sun's still up. That's what I need naps. Who won the backflip contest, you think?
I mean, I don't know if it's I think it's a win for the culture. That's what I think. And that's what I think too. The culture won.
There we go. I like that. Now, if you know anything about the Virgin Islands, then you know we're nothing without our controversy. And there was a little fiasco concerning food, as you can see in the comments, because one of our local dishes that we love to death is Johnny Cakes.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was a little snafu, and just check this video out.
Oh,
Johnny Cake. Gucci Lake Johnny Cake. It's hot.
Let's try.
It's hot. Put some ketchup. Ain't no ketchup on that. Just dip it in. I don't know, it's alcohol. Yeah. Just dip it in.
A few moments later.
Stop! Oh, stop! Stop, please.
Yo, open up.
Stomach hurt.
Yeah, that's that Johnny Cake. You gotta be a Rico with them up. Yeah. That's Johnny Cake.
Y'all play too much. Who played? Yeah, man. St. Tom's, my son. St. Tom strikes again.
my belly.
No, we don't offer them weird Johnny Cakes he ate. That man trying to poison my guy. Somebody said that looked like a funnel cake. Plus, Johnny Cake and ketchup, a classic delicacy. Do you eat Johnny Cakes with ketchup?
Not intentionally, but I've had it. Like, no. Because like if I buy Johnny Cake and I buy like my chicken leg and I put ketchup on my chicken leg, sometimes it has touched my Johnny Cake. I wouldn't say it, but not intentionally like dipping it in.
That's what I'm saying. Like using ketchup as a listen, that was weird.
But it's been on my Johnny Cake before and I ate it. But I didn't sort it out.
So this caused back and forth because there is a rivalry between the sister islands, and one of them is on the food.
Okay.
So I think that was Mike Love who gave him the Johnny Cake, and he was saying he said the stomach ache was caused by the flipping and the doing all the stuff that Speed was doing, not necessarily the food. But I mean, you heard
that's what the guy Mike Love said.
Yes, who served them the Johnny Cake.
He's I Sure Speed spokesperson.
Hey, he's the spokesperson for the Johnny Cake, right? So if you notice in the video, Triggs was right there, and he said, "Is the Johnny Cake?"
Triggs,
that's what I saw. But if you're telling the food bad, they come with everything under the sun. Marcus said that is not a Johnny Cake. That's a waffle, my boy. Only in Rock City.
Now, I will say in St. Thomas defense, I don't like that happened for them because it represents us.
For all.
Because there were 50 million people watching that.
Correct.
So I know we'd have bashed them because we know how the food is. They had a Crucian boat in St. Thomas. They could have found a Crucian boat. That's all I'm saying.
But here's my thing. Kaji said, I hope people up to St. Croix during our carnival one day. I hope so too. I hope so too. But here's my thing. You knew he was coming. It was announced weeks in advance. Prep for it, please. We have division of this, division of that. You couldn't get together and like direct his path. Just make a route. Because there were representatives that were directing where he gonna go. Because of course, he wouldn't know where to go. So you mean to tell me okay, we have a local dish. Let's get the best person to make this one dish and then serve him that. Y'all could not do that?
They probably did. That's where we still ended up.
That make it worse. That makes it worse. Anyway.
But he seems to have a good time though. I saw him on the truck with Pumpa and he was on PUMP. They were going dance for dance. Yes, and we have that video too. There was a little Bram dance off. So y'all want to check it out with local hero, local celebrity. Well, he's not local no more. He's pretty worldwide now. Yes, he is.
Dennis Pumpa Liebert, and they had a dance off. Check this out. Thank God for Pumpa. Thank God for Pumpa. Jesus Christ. Like, he saved the day, didn't he?
You know what? I will say there are Instagrammers who do these type of things and go out and whatever, but they just do it for the aesthetics, for the look, for the page. He really like immerses himself culturally wherever he goes in a humbling way. Like he's really there to experience whatever the experience is of your country, of your island or whatever. And I love that he's so open to doing that. I also love that he's doing it at a very youthful age, because that will pay off for him in the longer run in terms of just being so internationally conscious about where he's going and what he does. And I love this video for us. I also saw he was singing a song. And at the video I saw he was singing, he has a song that they turned into a calypso song. And I was like, oh!
We got our video.
And I was like, okay, release the track. Release the track.
We got that too. We got our video to show you.
Okay.
Pumpa said he won the brown dance off. I would have given him a Johnny Cake and a chicken leg. Simple. Speed from Humby Jew. Pumpa helped him work that Johnny Cake out his stomach. I know he had to poop. Does he even get to poop by himself? Speed bust a little tune with Pumpa. I'm just asking because I'm very regular. Speed bust a little tune with Pumpa and it was actually good. So here is that. Y'all want to see? He actually did turn up. Let me get that video there. It's a little long, so stick with us.
You know this one? This is black music. This is black music from the Crucian Island. Come on now, man. You know this one? Hey, I'm for that to the motherfucker, girl. You got it, lady. You better make it settle. That's how you got it now. My baby girl, you got it now. That girl, I want it now. That girl, I want it now. Big girl, I want it now. My baby girl, I want it now. Bounce down, right now. Girl, I want it now. That girl, I want it now. And this I gotta stop. I ain't think I'm fucking rough. We not gonna keep myself. I don't like niggas that feel like rough. Baby girl, you know you gang. Break out to the thing. no shame. We talk with money in a box, and the cup, and the box, and the box, and bang, bang, we change. Now bust that fucking chain, now bust that ass, we tell you nothing with the whole shit.
I love that.
That's dope. That was dope. That was dope. That was dope. Yeah, them all going in. I Show Speed and Pump Out with a surprise collaboration. Who would have thought, huh?
I just need Tyran to contact I Show Speed and get them to just release the official track.
Exactly.
With Pumpa. That's all I need. That's a track.
They're gonna do numbers for sure. If they're smart, they would for sure. I love to see it. Now, I do want to talk about something. So, Darren says, one day I hope the St. Thomas versus St. Croix war ends. Me, who has a gang of siblings, has cousins and all of this, and like came up in a time where we would roast each other and like be cool, you know. I don't think it's an actual war. Like, this isn't a blood feud to me, you know. Like, to me, when I crack on St. Thomas, I literally am joking. It's like, that's my sister island, that's my little sister, that's you know that's my little brother or whatever, and you just talking crap. But it's not like a war that I think we should be concerned about, but maybe I'm tripping. Because for me, like, I feel like you should be able to crack on your friends and your siblings and stuff like that, and I still be cool. So when I make jokes, it's just jokes. But some people be like, when this thing gonna stop? What? And it's just a plate of food. You know what I mean? Like, don't y'all have aunties that you know can't cook? You gonna still invite them, but they just can't make the macaroni. So, like, explain. Like, help me. What do you think, Neci? What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Like I just said, like, I don't not good cheating Johnny Cake for all the time.
Forever.
But like I just said, I hate that he had that experience and he said like what it ate. Like, I just said I don't like that for us as a territory. I just said that. I didn't single out St. Thomas because he's in the Virgin Islands. Yeah. He's in St. Thomas, US Virgin Islands, but he's in the Virgin Islands. So that is a representation of the Virgin Islands to 50 million people. So I will be like, yeah, But I agree. Like, I gonna still knock it tomorrow because, you know, they were all like, oh, we have Johnny Cake and tuna fish in Subway. Like, Subway, really? That's why I have to, you know, like, we go Martha's Deli. We could get saltfish. We could get Martha's Cake. You know, it's so unique. It's called a Martha's Cake. You know what I mean? You go Martha's, you say, I want a Martha's Cake. You know you're getting, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to go to Subway. We don't need a franchise to make our stop. But that's what we're saying. Like, it's our sister island. They don't knock us too.
Exactly.
We can take our blood. When we sing cry, we name sing cry.
Is that not the same thing? I don't understand. Is it just that they're sensitive or what?
I agree. It's not serious for me. I ain't like hate. Like, I go St. Thomas. I the be over. You know, it's not like I don't be like, I never go. I don't do that. Like, yeah, like. We want, but when you in a relationship for so long, siblings and parents, there's things that you're gonna just knock them on, and that's just the truth about it. So.
Okay, so Darren says, I hear you, Ja, and I agree, but I don't think they see it as jokes. They take it very offensive. So I must stop because of that.
Some people do, but you don't control how people feel. Like some people do. We can't control that.
Grow up here. Stop being so damn sensitive because they, again, like Neci just said, they came up with the St. Croix name, you know. And when they came up with that name, it was from St. Croix people complaining about WAPA, little energy crisis, you know. But you talk about a fish plate and this so lame. What wrong with Ayo? Ayo is always one. So you could disrespect me about some energy, electricity that been around for how long now? Well, I can't say nothing about your Johnny Cake. Come on, grow up. You soft. That means that you's the soft little sibling then. And I'm gonna keep picking on you because you're soft. Give me a break. You vexed. Okay, here's the thing about it too, right? Most of the time, it's tourists complaining about our food. People coming there for the first time, visiting, tasting it, making a TikTok. But then when we say it, you're mad at us. And then when the tourists say it, you're mad at them. Get better food then. Take the criticism.
And then we got defending Ayo in the comments like, geez, we know, but geez.
Hey man, Jada Kingdom don't come and cuss Ayo about the food. I show speed, stomach start hurting. You get TikTokers who like, I ain't never coming back here again. You get this Jamaican lady who are pissed off about our food. But it's us, that's the problem. But then you're going to turn around and make a joke about St. Croix not having power.
Because they're so used to not having any themselves. Like, we're not settling for that.
I don't get it at all. They take it offensive. Then stop. Stop taking it offensive then. Because it's not that serious.
It's not. But people do. Jokes is jokes, and we know we're joking. People do get offended from jokes sometimes. Maybe sometimes it does go too far. Sometimes it's not gone far enough. Sometimes it's not as humorous. Sometimes it's dark humor. Sometimes you have to have a taste for the kind of humor. Like, it's just depending on the person, the delivery, the intent. Like, siblings, sometimes you piss off your sibling, I don't talk for 2 weeks, and I don't make up like, it happens. So I don't think it's serious. Sometimes it can be serious. It's just a rotation of things. But when it comes to unification as a people, we do that when things get serious. We put all of that aside and we really take care of each other. The hurricane that we had a couple years ago is a great example of that. When St. Thomas got hit first with that hurricane, then people from St. Croix, them boats were packing up and they were hauling supplies over to St. Thomas without nobody asking. And we took water, we took food, we took whatever. And then we got hit 2 weeks later and then, whatever. But that's just what we do as a culture. Like, when we need to band together for something to improve something, we don't play those games. So, yeah, sometimes the jokes go too far. Sometimes it's just funny. You're never gonna please everybody. It's part of life. People have feelings, but we're one territory. We're one U.S. Virgin Islands. We just have different locations, different tastes, and that's it.
Well said. Well said. Couldn't have said it any better. Marcus says, perhaps it gets taken serious when we talk about budgets and sharing the wealth with tourism funding. That's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that I can't understand. You could crack jokes about somebody not having power, the water being brown. But if I make a joke about your food, you're upset. Mind you, St. Thomas has a better economy. They got bigger businesses. They get majority of the tourism. You've seen that their carnival, you just heard Neci say that their carnival will be bigger and they seem like they spend more money over there. They call you Little Hollywood. You got the shopping, you got but the food, if I crack on the food, you've gone too far now, babes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't wrap my head around that thing. We need to come together about the energy crisis because 2 weeks ago they were the ones suffering, but now it's like places. But we're disconnected on what we should be fighting over, and then want to call it a war because of cracking a joke about a plate of food. We gotta get our priorities straight. That's what it is to me. Real talk. All right, and I got one more video I want to show because Speed is so popular, right? This man was walking down a parade route while the parade was going on, and this happened. Mind you, that was not a part of the parade. It was just people following him. Just impromptu out of nowhere. So that should give you a taste of how popular it is. So big up iShow Speed. Thank you for coming to our islands and actually trying it out and testing it. Where they were
Is
going.
he still here today or is he gone?
I think he gone because he has a couple. I think he got another island on his thing. I don't know how he does it. Yeah, he usually only stays for like 24 hours. Where they were going. Yeah, they were just walking on the parade route.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you see how he does all that stuff? Like, that's just in like a day or a little bit over a day or so. So
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that when you're 21. Hey, you eat up a little bit, you're done. Yeah, so it's good he getting it out now.
Okay.
All right, in further VI news, we want to talk about this too, because this is big news right now, especially for the territory. He in and then he gone, as he should. Get the content and leave. Wait, let me say one more thing on the Speed content creation thing. What we need to realize, right, is although people cheer for him, which he is he seems like a really good kid, and what he's doing is huge, and he's traveling the world and he's fulfilling dreams. That's amazing. We have to understand that when he travels to your place, though, you are becoming the content, right? So he's gaining from giving you exposure. You need to take that opportunity to gain from the exposure. And I think that's every government, every place is like, that's the task that you should take it as. What can we get back from him coming to see us? Not just trying to serve him. That's nothing personal. It's just business. It's a transaction. All these interactions with people running up to him and all of that stuff, he's recording you and he's going to use it.
Yeah.
Now, what does the territory or wherever he stops gets from it? Think about that, please. All right. Yeah. Now, Spirit Airlines, this is from the 3rd. This was old. They have already shuttered. They are currently shut down. Thousands of people have lost their flights, unfortunately, and over 17,000 employees have also lost their jobs. So this is actually some very bad news for Spirit and for our communities. Spirit Airlines has shut down operations after a proposed $500 million rescue package fell apart, according to reporting from the Wall Street Journal and Reuters, growing fresh uncertainty over a carrier that has played a long-running role in travel between the US VI and the mainland. The collapse, if it happens, the collapse would mark a dramatic reversal for an airline that emerged from Chapter 11 bankruptcy in March 2025 and was still publicly mapping out a recovery just weeks ago. As of Thursday, however, the picture remained fluid, with Reuters reporting that President Donald Trump had presented a final rescue proposal, even as Spirit prepared for a possible halt in flying as early as Saturday morning. The Wall Street Journal reported that Spirit was preparing to cease operations after failing to secure enough support for the government-backed financing from both the Trump administration and bondholders. Reuters separately reported that the White House had made a final proposal, but said the airline still faced a deadlock over the bailout terms and remained at risk of an imminent shutdown. The potential rescue package was reported to involve government warrants that could amount to as much as 90% of the airline's equity. The latest crisis came after Spirit had tried to present itself as a leaner, more stable carrier following bankruptcy. In March 2025, the airline announced that it had emerged from financial restructuring after completing a deleveraging transaction that equitized about $795 million in funded debt and included a $350 million equity investment from existing investors. A year later, on March 13, 2026, Spirit said it had filed a new restructuring support agreement and plan of reorganization with early summer emergence from Chapter 11 than expected. That filing also outlined a smaller future fleet of roughly 76 to 80 aircraft by the third quarter of 2026. The airline's problems worsened as jet fuel prices surged, with its deteriorating outlook tied to fuel costs that spiked after the US and Israel's war against Iran drove up oil prices, undermining the carrier's recovery assumptions. Spirit had quickly needed either fresh financing or access to about $240 million of its own funds, and that liquidation could eliminate more than 17,000 jobs. The collapse also followed earlier setbacks that had already narrowed Spirit's room to maneuver. Spirit's proposed $3.8 billion sale to JetBlue was blocked in 2024 on competition grounds, while the airline's market share slid from 5.1% to 3.9% over a year. Spirit had also been trying to move away from its bare-bones ultra-low-cost identity, with Reuters reporting in 2025 that it was targeting more affluent travelers after emerging from bankruptcy. For the Virgin Islands, the development carries particular weight because Spirit remains a visible part of the territory's airlift. Spirit's official airport support pages show active service presence at both Cyril E. King Airport on St. Thomas, Henry E. Rawson Airport, that was until recently. In December, Spirit also marked 20 years of flying to St. Thomas, saying it was then the only airline offering non-stop service from St. Thomas to both Fort Lauderdale and Orlando, and that Fort Lauderdale also had flights to and from St. Croix. Spirit itself has also recently highlighted St. Thomas as an important leisure destination in its network. In a February 2026 company release on top search spring break beach destinations, St. Thomas ranked 8th on Spirit's list. That underscored the continued importance of the U.S. Virgin Islands to the carrier even while it remained under financial strain. So as of reporting today, Spirit is out of business. What are your thoughts on this, Neci?
At first I was going to say we almost made it to a full hour with no bad news, but we just cut it short at the 56-minute mark. But that was 56 minutes of good news, so we'll take it. But it's extremely sad. Imagine you're on the parade route tramping and you get a notification on your phone that your flight tomorrow canceled. You got to be back to work on Monday. That is the unfortunate reality of so many people at St. Thomas Carnival right now. The airlines are working their best. The other airlines are working their best to support these passengers who are now stuck. Imagine your hotel room, you check out this morning and you got to rebook a room someplace for the next how much every days you got to stay till you could get back home. And so while that's the unfortunate reality for St. Thomas, in general, a lot of people depend on these flights to go get the doctor's appointments, come back, like you said, directly to Fort Lauderdale. It's cost effective compared to the other airlines. And, even in Atlanta and so forth, they're making a lot of announcements because people are still showing up to the airport, not realizing that their flights are canceled. And it's just a complete shit show. Every time I feel like nothing else new could happen, something new happens. So that feeling of like we're doing better, we're really not. This is a hard blow. I do wish that there is a resolve that happens in the next day or two to get the airline back up and running. It's just the US just full of shit. Just that's all I can tell you. We just under so much. It's madness. This is madness. John, this is madness.
I know. I've called it a blitzkrieg of bullshit in the past. And the funny thing, it's not funny. The issue is, for me, we get hit with so much at one time, we can't keep up with it. And it's overwhelming, it's depressing. Tell you the truth, what I keep going back to is that this administration, they would have done better if they hadn't changed the damn thing. If they had done absolutely nothing, we would have been better off. That's what's crazy to me. Also, I did want to add that JetBlue, as well as United, started offering rescue fares to those that were stuck, because I feel
and
very
Frontier
bad.
as well. I saw something about Frontier today too.
Okay, and Frontier possibly, they have offered rescue fares for people that were stuck when you present an actual Spirit ticket to them, because that's terrible. And I did see a TikTok where they were recording themselves just finding out the news in the middle of carnival, in the middle of village, that they don't have a way home, which is crazy. I will say this also, people need to start looking at the news. Like all this, I don't pay attention to the news. Stop it. In this current climate, I think you should stay connected in some way, shape, or form. And I don't mean through TikTok, because that's not a valid news source. I see people making up stuff on TikTok all the time. And then they go viral and it's a made up story. You can't find it nowhere else but TikTok. Like, there's no reason you should have flown Spirit. And Spirit been talking about going out of business for so long and you didn't know. Like, there's no reason. But I digress.
That's a little unfair though, because while there was a decline when they originally announced there was closing, and when they said that they have a recovery plan and they posted their recovery plan and how they're going to get there, the people did come back to the airline. Now, like you said, if the administration did nothing with this whole fuel crisis we're having now with the Strait of Hormuz, they wouldn't have been here, because they're not expecting to have this major price increase of fuel that's going to hinder their plan of these plans are not today for tomorrow. Their growth plan is over the next 6 months to a year. So they have to wait that long to recover, but they have a plan. Now you throw another monkey wrench in their plan that they didn't, anticipate. And I don't buy my ticket thinking it's going to be fine, because you have a good plan and it's working. So I get it. Also, people do the detox from the news. I do agree with people need to watch the news more, but I can't watch the news 3 days straight. I got to take a break somewhere in between the 3 days. It is too much, too often to consume. But I agree with you. TikTok is not where you should get the news from. You should actually watch the real news to see what's really happening and not depend on TikTok for your news content. I do support that.
All right. So here's what I'm saying, right? This has been going on for a while. And I'm not saying watch the news constantly. I'm saying try to stay tapped in with things that might affect you at least. Because if this Spirit restructuring and all of that stuff, you see how long it's been going on for? And Spirit was actually telling people, if you call and ask about it, we do not know. They do not know if they're going to go out of business or not. And I posted something about them being liquidated. And then people were saying, hey, it's going to be all right. Ain't nothing going to happen. That's not news. You wishing for the best is not news. I'm telling you, this thing is about to be liquidated, not foreclosed on, not going into bankruptcy. It's about to be sold off like a mattress store. And people still were not paying attention. For you to find out at 3 a.m. on Saturday, you were not paying attention. You just did it and hope for the best. That's not a plan. Because if I
So you're canceling your plans for Carnival?
Listen to me. I'm
asking.
Hear me out. If I'm flying to the Virgin Islands and they've been talking about going out of business for a year, and I see same difference posts, this thing is being liquidated, I'm going to maybe change my flight plans, like something. I'm gonna have some sort of backup. I'm not just gonna go and hope for the best. And now you in your parade costume and you're looking at your phone like, God damn, how I get home? We ain't talking about I could drive if anything, You have to fly back. It's an island.
I hear you. It's just
some people just
I
don't.
hear you. Backup plans are good. I agree, but not these things are usually planned out in advance so you can be able to afford them. Whether it's your travel, your hotel reservations, your costume that you pay for. I agree with you. You should be tapped in to see if your flights are going to be impacted, blah, 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 blah. I agree. But even when you plan out and you do these things, some people just don't have the backup because they have to budget. There's people who can't just back up and buy tickets last minute, something and jump and gone somewhere. That is true, but most people can't afford to do that.
I get that, and if you're flying Spirit, which is a budget airline, you may not have. I get that, you know. I be seeing too many people who just like, I don't follow the news. You can actually, because it's 2026, you can set up notifications on things that you care about. I was getting Spirit notifications every single day. I didn't have a flight coming. But hey, I think JetBlue announced that they're about to pick up a lot of their market in Florida. I hope so. Somebody need to. I see people in the St. Thomas pages that people weren't getting discounted rates that we promised, and people were upset. I've never flown Spirit before. I have, and I hate them. So sad. What's a valid news source that you trust? Right now, Al Jazeera. It used to be CNN and MSNBC and that stuff. But now you can't even trust those sites because they're being sold out to Trump supporting rich people. So now Al Jazeera is actually, good news. But even with news sources that you trust, you still should cross-reference them, but people don't like to do the work.
Man, the fact that you can't watch the news and then still cross-reference it is crazy. Well, I have my regular work to do.
That's where
I'm
we are.
not saying you're not wrong. I'm saying you
that's
are
where we
right. You are right. But to say I can't just watch the news and be like, okay, it's about 80-90% authentically true. I gotta go cross-reference. Man.
It's true. Most of it with the sources that like, you should trust a source that if they say something wrong, they could go to jail or be sued. Those is who you should trust. People who get their news from TikTok is a bit to me. Anybody can make anything up, no kind of joke. And they do. They listen. If you know how many stories I've come across, and when I look it up, it's fake and
you can't
it's
find it.
Man, if you only know.
And I've seen stories like, sorry to cut you off, but remember this video we posted with the girl who was doing the counselor thing on the computer? Her counselor was like leaving, whatever. That was a skit. That made national news. See that? That wasn't a real. She wasn't having a real experience with a real counselor on her phone, on her computer. True. That was a skit.
See that?
And that made the national news. I saw it on the news. Cause they were trying to find the counselor to interview the counselor. Guess who they couldn't find? The counselor.
See that? Does the seaplane go to Florida? No, sir.
The sea. Marcus, I know you. I remember you from school, but were you actually at school here? Like, seaplane been around like time. They don't go nowhere, but it's an inter-island organization. Inter-island.
I wonder how much people are going to get stuck or have to stay in Rock because they lost their job / spouse. For Spirit, I know their estimation was thousands. They were saying thousands of people were affected by the Spirit thing. How many people from Rock? I don't know. I hope that they get out safely.
I don't agree.
I can see the Venn diagram between not watching the news at all and not voting for Kamala being a large circle. Just because they didn't want a black woman. That's what all this is about.
They didn't want a black woman at any cost, anything but that.
All right.
Now they want us to feel sorry for them, not me.
So here's my take on Spirit. Like I said, I hate Spirit because I've flown them several times because I'd be trying to save money and get my flights in, and it was a way to get home without being broke. My issue with Spirit has also always been that you are a low-cost way to fly. I don't believe just because you're relatively lower cost, I don't believe that we should be treated like cattle, which their customer service it's documented. They have very bad customer service. When you get on there, it's very ghetto. Because I remember my pilot getting on there and being like joking about the fact that the air conditioning is going to be free on this trip, and that was a joke because they know they be nickel and diming their customers. Quick story time. Was in Orlando. What?
I was stuck on the air conditioning gonna be free. Like I have to pay a. Sorry
Yes,
about
they were
my
just
brain
as they
just
charge
computer
for
was-
everything, and
My
they
brain
know
computer-
that your trip, your air conditioning, your air is included. That's what the pilot is saying. You know? So I knew I was in for a ride, but they charge for everything: the Wi-Fi, the if you breathe too hard, water, everything. Okay, you're trying, but then I was in Orlando. I got to the airport, had about an hour and 10 minutes or so before I get to the gate. They canceled my ticket because they said you need to be here 3 hours early. It was a domestic flight from Orlando to Missouri. I know that's not the rules. They canceled my flight. I had to stay in Orlando for another day. I missed work that day. I had to call my friend who happened to live in Orlando to come pick me back up, get a room for another night, and book a whole new ticket because I didn't get there 3 hours early for a domestic flight.
You were checking out bag or something?
No. That's why I will always say F Spirit. I've been, and you know this, Neci, I've been charged for overweight baggage. And the baggage came out to more than the cost of the ticket. And they have, and it's also documented that they've given bounties to their agents to get customers to pay for overweight, even though your bag is not. That's documented. You could go look it up. So they're charging you a little bit on the front and then hit you with all these fees on the back end to make up for the cost. I don't believe in that. Either you're low cost or you're not. Who I do feel for is all those employees at a time where the employment rate is too high and a lot of people are unemployed. The cost of living is way too high. Everything is bad and it's only getting worse, and we're headed for a possible recession. So I feel for the employees. I feel for those people who needed this, like Neci said, to get their medical supplies and all of that other stuff, and these flights were their only option. I am sorry about that. However, I do believe somebody's going to either buy Spirit or somebody's going to provide another low-cost airline, because that's what happens. For me, I believe if we're going to be a free market, we should be a free market. If they're going to fail, let them fail. In the past, I don't know if y'all remember, the last time we had a financial crisis, they bailed out the banks because they were too big to fail, and they bailed out all the U.S. auto companies. They paid back the loans because they were loans. They paid them back. Have they done anything different?
No.
Ford, one of the companies that were bailed out, Ford just revealed that now the newer trucks that they have, they're going to be able to make it to where they don't start the car if your eyes are too wide or you look like you ain't able to drive, or you concerned or in a panic state. They're going to lock the car. Your car won't even be yours no more. Go look that up. And now they're charging more than ever for even pre-owned vehicles. These are the places that we said were too big to fail, and taxpayer money bailed them out. I don't believe in it because they don't change their ways. Bank of America, still trash. Still racist. And we bailed them out with taxpayer money. And look how they're doing us. And now, if this was a free market, I would be able to buy a Chinese vehicle for $38,000, an EV, but we can't. But then look at how the ones that we can buy from America, buy domestic, right? Look at how they do us. They charge us more for crap. But I digress. So I think Spirit ultimately gonna either get bought out, we're gonna get another inexpensive one that's gonna take its place, because that's what a free market is.
I mean, Frontier is the next inexpensive one, right? Between them and JetBlue and
so they're gonna eat up the thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like that, it leaves a hole. That's what competition's supposed to do. Marcus said, I'm throwing the seaplane some extra. I need to make it back to the mainland. Yeah, all right. You could talk to the pilot. They only got so much fuel too.
I mean, you gonna make it back to some type of land. I don't.
To the Bahamas.
I wouldn't put my head on a block which land, but I'm just saying.
Ain't no way on earth I will be in that plane for almost 3 hours. Talking about Spirit. If you fly, if you have legs of any kind, you'll know how uncomfortable it is.
Listen, I flew Spirit once and never again. I felt like my seat was going to come off from the screws that it was bolted down in the floor in, because it was. My stomach is very light. I can't do turbulence. Everybody knows. If you know me for flying, that's not for me. But there was turbulence. It wasn't like bad, but the way the seat was shaking, I would think that the plane was about to crash. And I had a return trip. I think when I landed, that was canceled. Whatever the fee was to get back with the other airlines, that was the fee I paid. Because I wasn't doing that twice.
I'll take it better than
I complained about the seat, and it didn't even look like a genuine interest in my complaint. Like that's how the seats are. You know, like almost like that's just how the seats are.
Yes. Soon we're gonna be standing up and strapped to just a board.
They're working on it. And I will not be flying.
See, I'll take it better than the ferry. Oh, you're talking about the seaplane. Silver, when they operated, didn't have AC. I remember boiling going to Puerto Rico a couple of times. That would have sparked my anxiety. Being hot in the air, man, that's wild.
That is very true.
I don't like it. Come back, Frontier. We love you. Send another message to your partner. I think they're going to liquidate the planes. What do you mean? Explain. They're going to sell them off for cheap. Somebody going to buy this thing because the whole airline going at a discount. They might as well put that thing on Temu. We ain't got no more for bailouts. We too busy fighting a war now, which is why everything gone up. How's Frontier customer service? Neci, how's Frontier customer service?
Never flew with them. I don't.
Trash. I'm platinum on Frontier, so life is good. Now, Frontier does offer some stuff like where you could pay like $3.99, $3.49 or something like that, and you could fly wherever they go during a certain amount of time. Like they have spring fairs and summer passes.
That makes sense. Like a bundle?
Yes. So you can fly
That's
as many times as you want to where they go. Provided it's not blacked out, y'all should look into that. I will say that.
Okay, that sounds reasonable to me.
Nothing worse than Cape Air. Hey, listen, they're gonna get you there. That's the only promise they have.
Nothing worse than Cape Air to San Juan.
You asked, was your seat shaking?
What part of it felt like the whole row was gonna be lifted off the bottom of the plane? You don't understand.
Good or bad, American Airlines, 99% of my experiences have been great. Listen, Delta, that's the way to fly, damn it. Perhaps it was your movie. They like to make that in-flight movie interactive. Yeah, okay. Only the big seats have bolts and washers. They gotta save it for the big seats.
Listen.
That's the one. I have the all-you-can-fly pass until 2027. That's the one for Frontier. Mind you, they don't go everywhere. I wish they would increase where they go, but that's a deal if they go to where you want to go. All right.
You see, but increasing where they go comes with an increased cost, and maybe this is just looking at the route and the competition. They probably just like, this works for us. Now, I am okay with people staying in the lane that works best, because sometimes expansion isn't all that it cracks up to be. It sounds good, but it's not. Like people that be like, oh, they wish Southwest would come more to the East Coast. I like Southwest and the West Coast. It's a different experience.
Is
and
that how it works?
And you only get if you go to the West Coast. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get everywhere.
Yeah. But you see, even them as supposedly the low budget, you know,
they do.
They have increased. They have what they do? They used to make it so you could sit wherever on the plane. They got rid of that, and like they're making all these other changes. But it's like, come on, man, this is why you are popular. And I think that's one of the reasons Spirit went out of business. This is what I like about you. Why are you trying to change it?
And the thing with Southwest too is that even though it's a competitively low fared airline, the customer service is top tier. So don't tell me you can't give me good customer service because it's low. Because when I flew Southwest a few times, and even when you board in, the flight attendants are jolly. I went Vegas one time and the lights in the plane went like the casino. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what happened on the plane? They had the lights flickering on the plane like the slot machine, like the slot machine song, like you winning money. I was like, it's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
They were pre-hyping you for your Vegas trip.
As it should.
And then when I flew back from Vegas, they was like, thank you guys for coming back because we know if you had won, any of you had won at the casinos, we would have used a different airline. So we appreciate you guys losing. Everybody kind of cracked up because we got what they were trying to say. Like, if we had to win, we don't have a private jet coming back. But we had to come back and come off the flight.
Hell yeah.
Okay? But even the front desk counters, the phone call interactions, the booking tickets, the changing of my tickets, they had really good customer service. So it's not an airline thing. It is, to me, it's what your values are as an airline. What are you instilling in your employees that they're instilling in your customers to give them a good experience? That's what it is to me.
Southwest gave you like it was worth it for the fare. Like it wasn't like you're downselling me. My thing with Spirit was popular for two things: fights and flights. That's it. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you can expect. A flight or a fight or both. And so Spirit was basically the Waffle House of the air, and I didn't appreciate that one bit. Like I said, we
like Waffle House food, though. Don't I'm find a different comparison. Arby's, but Arby's don't really fight. But who keeps them in business? I don't know.
No. For fights and no. People love Waffle House. A certain caliber of people like Waffle House. Certain caliber of people like Spirit. Let's just keep it real. Fights or flights. All right. It's gonna be inexpensive. You might get into a fight, but we gonna get you what you want. That's what it was. It's
gonna be an experience.
Correct. One way or another.
I got you. I'm with you.
Yeah, and then it's like, it wasn't necessarily want to fly Spirit. It's just like when you go and you ask for Coke and they say they have Pepsi products. Like, I don't want it, but it's what you have. Southwest has the best domestic customer service for real, better than Delta. Damn, that's how you praise.
I know. I'm telling you, they have top tier customer service.
I do like Waffle House, but I know what to expect. I'm not gonna dress up for it. Stay strapped. All right. Now,
that was a lot.
Yeah, people get serious because we all need flights.
We do.
So let's get into some domestic news real quick. Okay. We gonna fly through this. I told y'all we ain't gonna do the whole heap of Trump stuff, but here's what's going on. Just stuff that we need to talk about, the big stories. So James Comey, former FBI director, is now on his second indictment of the Trump administration's term. 2 indictments in 15 months. That's gotta be a new record. My thing is, listen to me, people. James Comey has been indicted twice since Trump's been in office. There have been 0 indictments on people in the Epstein files. Let that sink in. And he's now being indicted again for what? Seashells. So here's the story.
Has indicted the former FBI director for this Instagram post. I want to put it up. I think a lot of folks have seen it at this point. 8647 in Seychelles, which the indictment says, quote, a reasonable recipient who is familiar with the circumstances would interpret as a serious expression of an intent to do harm to the President of the United States. How does that image of seashells amount to a serious threat against the president's life?
Well, every case requires an investigation. And what you just showed is one part of that investigation. What you just showed is the Instagram post. Rest assured that the career Assistant United States Attorneys in North Carolina, the career FBI agents, the career Secret Service agents that investigated this case didn't just look at the Instagram post and walk away. That's why you saw an indictment last week, notwithstanding the fact that it was last May that the post was made. So I am not permitted to get into the details of what the grand jury heard or found, as you know, but rest assured that it's not just the Instagram post that leads somebody to get indicted.
Well, part of what the government would have to prove is intent. James Comey deleted the post the same day, and he wrote, quote, "I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. It never occurred to me, but I oppose violence of any kind, so I took the post down." How do you prove intent, Mr. Blanche, when Mr. Comey himself said he didn't understand that some people would look at that and think about violence?
You prove intent like you always prove intent. You prove intent with witnesses. You prove intent with documents, with materials. So again, this is not just about a single Instagram post. This is about a body of evidence that the grand jury collected over the series of about 11 months. That evidence was presented to the grand jury. And it's not the government, it's not the Department of Justice, it's not Todd Blanche that returned an indictment against James Comey. It's a grand jury, part of the judicial process. And that.
So this is where we are. This is where we are. Todd Blanche, I can't stand that one. I can't stand his lackadaisical way of talking. I can't stand his nonchalantness. I can't stand that he just be saying shit. I hate it. Now, 86-47. Trump is the 47th president. He was also the 45th. And 86. What does 86 mean? That's not even a word that most people... Anyway, what does 86 mean? It's slang for discarding, canceling, or refusing service, primarily in restaurants and bars. It means an item is sold out, a customer is kicked out, or a person is banned.
I'm sorry. For the people like me who are slow, what does it mean again? I'm trying to tie them together.
86 is slang for discarding, canceling, or refusing service, primarily in restaurants and bars. It means an item is sold out, a customer is kicked out, or a person is banned. Origins date to 1930s soda fountains, though it is now widely used to mean get rid of or cancel. Synonyms: get rid of, nix, cancel, sold out, discard, kick out, toss out, remove. '86 done. Restaurant talk. College years reaches it. You see? So that's what 86 means now. Take it out. Not anyway. Good afternoon. There's wifey. Hey, you still cooking or? Neci was over here salivating, but you being in St. Thomas cooking breakfast.
Listen.
Hey, Todd Blanche is a bootlicker, and I don't want people to think that I'm saying this because I like Jim Comey. I am old enough to remember that he helped Trump get in office in 2016. I remember this useless idiot. Well, he's more like a useful idiot because he's very intelligently slow. This man brings back a case against Hillary Clinton months before the election in 2016 and then ends it days before the election. So he is partly responsible for why Trump is where he is right now, and then he was immediately fired once Trump got in office, as he deserved. The guy is a clown. However, he does not deserve to be prosecuted based on seashells on the seashore.
Because I'm trying to get the heightened sense of how does it. I know what the grounds for an indictment takes. This still isn't giving me indictment.
It's a grand jury indictment, though. Siobhan, can you please? I know that the bar is very low to get a grand jury indictment, and that's why they love them so much. Siobhan, can you correct me if I'm wrong? grand jury indictments are different, and the bar is lower. Is that correct? Talk to me. Karma for his ass, yes.
Okay.
Karma for his ass. My only thing is, this man is a private citizen, and he's having to pay private lawyer fees to fight off the DOJ. It's friggin'. I don't like him, but this is unfair, and it just ain't right. What makes it worse is Republicans supposed to be the party that's against frivolous lawsuits. I'll say again, James Comey, 2 indictments, people in the Epstein files, 0. All right. Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, Siobhan. Is that how it works? Grand jury indictments, it's a lower bar to actually get the indictment. All right. What else we got? We ain't staying on that too long, because I don't like none of them people involved. Also, there was yet another attempt on the president's life. You can decide for yourself if you think it was staged or not. Bar is low for an indictment. I wish they would leave him alone. DOJ is not the personal attorney for the president or the governor. She had to do that. Never should be. True. There was another attempt on the president's life at the White House. What in it? White House Correspondents' Dinner. President has not been to a correspondence dinner for quite some time, but somehow he happened to be at this one. But check this out. Darren says, me believe it. The way we know how Secret Service works, he got way too close. I don't believe them. You know why I don't believe them? Because that man was not shot once. A black man running through a metal detector with a gun out ain't got shot by that many people. Come on. Come on. They still celebrating Trayvon Martin and he was unarmed. Give me a break. Then he was caught and he still was unharmed. I don't believe it. So he had on a full suit. You seen that with a trench coat. And then when they arrested him, he was laying on the ground with no shirt. I don't believe it.
They said that, I don't believe it either, but they said the picture with him laying without the shirt, he also was not in his pants or his shoes or his socks. He was just in his undergarments. They usually strip them to ensure that it's not like a suicide bomber. There's like a secondary, if you get captured, maybe a secondary explosion might happen or something. So they took off his clothes to be sure he didn't have any devices underneath his, because he was wearing a trench coat, he didn't have anything under his trench coat and his shirt. But listen, if it's not staged, fire everybody in the lobby.
That's what I'm saying. And
I want charges against all of them because my safety was jeopardized and nobody was paying attention. It's given airplane the movie security checkpoint. That's what it's giving.
Okay. So all them shots And then one Secret Service agent took a shot, right? He got shot. And they don't know who did it. They don't know if it was the man with the shotgun or another Secret Service agent. That's what they're trying to figure out right now. DeVos says, I'm not even a fat lip in the booking photo. Ain't no way. That's what I'm saying. This is not believable. That man made it through there unscathed. Okay. So here's a clip of...
But they've already confirmed that his gun wasn't fired. So if his gun wasn't fired, now who shot the agent?
Anyway, and then here's a clip from inside the correspondence dinner where he did not even get to. They were too calm for me, but you be the judge.
Wait, is he having a help?
You got people sitting, recording, while high-ranking officials are getting slowly escorted out. You have well-placed lighting. I mean, you wouldn't see it. Somebody stayed and continued eating. One person took champagne. Listen, come on, man. First of all it takes is for me to see a black person running. I ain't asking no question. So I don't know. I don't know, dog.
Well, so a couple of things is that I just know this is the realist, unrealistic series of events that could happen. You extracted your vice president and your first lady before your president.
Correct.
Who takes the vice president first in a national security crisis? It's always the president first. We've seen Air Force One and all these other movies. We've seen these movies.
Correct.
The president goes first, period.
There's no Air Force 2 movie. You know what I'm saying?
Olympus has fallen, White House. We've seen all the movies. The president goes first.
Oh boy.
And then who takes the first lady? What's she gonna do?
It was how everybody left their wife.
That was my other point. Then all these men gonna leave their spouse. Your FBI director in y'all, his secret, he was protecting his wife, so he said. Which I'm not knocking him for making sure your wife stays low. I'd tell her, get a guard, because I'm the FBI director. I could give her a special escort or into safety, take my wife and go. And I was getting a handle on the situation. That did not happen.
Correct, because he was supposed to spring into action and secure the place.
Once the president is gone and the vice president, the first lady, and my high profile clients, my girls were clearing the whole room. Where you going to champagne bottle? Put my bottles down. Where are you taking my bottles to go?
Don't touch nothing.
Ma'am, you can't even take your purse to leave. You need to evacuate.
Yeah.
And the gentleman who was eating his food, he said he couldn't get on the ground. That's why he was sitting in his chair still.
So he
had a medical condition. And if he got on the ground, he would have definitely needed someone to help get him up off the ground because he cannot get down and up on his own.
The medical condition must be greediness, because if shooting going on, come on.
He said what it was. I just don't want to misquote what he said.
The pregnant lady became a human shield, very pro-life. Yeah, it was Stephen Miller, I believe, that hid behind his pregnant wife. Was it him?
Well, we all know what kind of person he is, so I didn't expect anything less. I don't think he was going to be covering her.
Too many failed attempts. We have never seen this many times with previous presidents. The only time I've seen multiple attempts against a president was with Bush, and that dude threw 2 shoes. That was all I saw. So, hey, shout out to Bush for ducking both of those shoes too.
He had more attempts on him than the last 4 presidents combined.
Oh man.
To say that's all I'm saying. The last 4 combined, and we knew they hated Obama.
I might ask who is the MS of the week? We don't have one, man. It's too much going on. I can't choose one. Y'all start sending in people.
We're gonna start raffling. At this point, we're gonna have to put them in a bag and raffle one and pick one out.
If you want to continue, if you like that segment, which I like, that Neci likes the segment too, go ahead and send us who you nominate to be the MS of the week, and we're gonna start doing it like that because it'll be so many options. It's very hard to choose. All right, and Meg, I wanna go into Meg real quick because that was, that was a lot. That had the internet in an uproar.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Correct. So Meg Thee Stallion, sorry about the blur. Meg Thee Stallion this week put the internet into an uproar when she posted this in her story about her former boyfriend, Klay Thompson. Cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible moods. White people don't like periods and commas. Anyway, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be, quote, monogamous. I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. And then she was seen not too long after drinking and slapping booties with other girls. So I guess that's the break. So, Meg Thee Stallion. I think we need to understand that, for one, this is her word. This is what she's saying. I think we're too quick to just accept it as truth. I know y'all, like some of y'all be on that just believe women stuff, but Meg Thee Stallion has lied before. We know she's lied multiple times before, and she's also a cheater according to her other ex, Partisan Fontaine. So I don't know, but like, her saying that shouldn't be enough for us to just say, hey, Klay did such and such. Okay, she said it gotta be true. I don't know about that. But like I said, it sent the internet into an uproar. Was Klay really her boyfriend? I never saw anything that showed commitment. Stop that. He spent quite
Don't do that. Don't, yes. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't do that.
Why? You need a post? What you need? A boyfriend proposal from celebrities? The celebrities doing boyfriend proposals now?
And of course, the gender war started again. It never stopped. But people were saying stuff like this. The amount of dusty men in my comments defending Klay and calling Meg AHO, etc. says all we need to know about the state of men right now. You can't tell me this ain't like projection though. Like, some of this is you. It's not just men. You've been through some stuff. You have some trauma. Why would you? Anyway, you cheat on us. You give us STDs. You rape us. You diminish us when we say no, and somehow we're still the problem. At what point do y'all stop protecting each other and start holding men accountable? Because the call is coming from inside the house. Here's the thing. Why does a situation with one black woman becomes all for one and all for one and one for all? What's up with that? Like, that person did something to that person. What was all this other stuff? You great boss. Like, come on. That don't seem like a bit much to you, Neci?
I mean, I want to say no, only because it seems to be the norm, and it's kind of becoming it's being so desensitized.
What's the norm?
The generalization of one incident, instead of focusing on the incident at hand, it's a generalization of all the other things that goes wrong at the same time that you do. So it's just like if you and your partner have an argument about a broken pencil, it's not going to be about the broken pencil at all. It's going to be a broken pencil when you spill milk in the fridge, when you didn't put gas in it. It's going to be about all the other things, right? And so we don't ever hone in on the one issue and try to deal with the one issue at hand. I would say I agree with you. Meg has lied before and these things like that. Klay seemed to have supported her claim in his counter response, where he didn't dismiss any of it. He kind of just like giggled, like, at the whole thing. Now, it doesn't mean that she's not lying or maybe it's not true, but usually when people have claims like that done against them, they usually come out and be like, this is not true, and she's being false with allegations. And he didn't do that. So people are feeling like it is true to some degree because he didn't clear any of it up. Because he did go live and didn't clear any of it.
He did go live about this.
And didn't clear any of the things that she said up.
Okay, gotcha. He
kind of is the light skin in him. Someone give the light skins a big deal for that. Because he went live and he was just sitting there with like a smirk and vibing and just like a like very light skinned thing he did.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, he Drake type. I see it.
He very much. So
where's this energy? Oh, you
go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Where's this energy for future young boy Nick Cannon, Anthony Edwards, Chris Brown, etc.? The double standards is crazy. This very smart young man says this. Wouldn't it be the women making babies by and throwing themselves at them responsibility to hold them accountable? Which population is behind majority of the Chris Brown and Usher ticket sales? So,
how did we get there?
So check this out. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So she's talking about holding people like Future, NBA YoungBoy, and all those stuff accountable. Mm-hmm. How do you hold them accountable when there's literally women signing up to be with and have babies by them? How do men hold those men accountable when they're being rewarded from their actions? Look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is a high-functioning imbecile. Look how many children he got by how many women. So how do men turn around and hold those guys, hold Future accountable? There are women kissing his feet and feeding him grapes. How do we hold that man accountable? NBA YoungBoy has gotten on a track and said he has herpes and still made babies after the song. How do we hold? You heard me. You heard me. I feel bad for Meg, but man, she could have kept or released a professional statement. This is Meg Thee Stallion we're talking about. Listen, when does it become the responsibility of women to take accountability for who they invest into? Clay has a history of cheating on women also. She was not the first.
I didn't know that till after this happened though. I've only heard that about
it. You see what I'm saying? One of them was Coco Jones. You know how I feel about Coco Jones. She was one of them.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna win. I'm gonna let you have it. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm not even picking up for him, but I'm like, yo, you. If I could look up his cheating record, why couldn't you pull up his cheat facts? These were public relationships that I've been in, and it's several of them. And now when he cheat on you, it's like, oh, poor Meg. When does it become, hey, look into who you're dealing with? Once you're dealing with rappers and basketball and football players alone, y'all might want to like, maybe I should go a different route.
Okay, so do we? And I'm not saying like people grow and change and things like that. I don't think Clay did. I'm not saying Megan did. I am saying that she seems to be on a path in terms of her private life, working on herself, clearing that up, going to culinary school and all the things that she's doing. Not culinary school. She's not going to. Tiana's going to culinary school. The things that she's doing in her private life. Cool. I haven't known the things I've been hearing about Clay. I have never heard them before till this happened. Now I don't know because he was dating her. The popularity of her being with him is what. Now I'm hearing all of the things. Because like you said, when he was dating Coco Jones, I didn't hear why they broke up. I just know they broke up. So Clay, I mean, like she said, bringing me around your family, having Thanksgiving dinner, all of those things. We all know bringing people around your family doesn't mean that they're a good person.
Exactly.
But we don't. We only got glimpses and pieces here and there. I don't know. It seems like they were having genuinely real conversations about building a real relationship. And so, while yes, the person's past should not be this. You should be aware of what happened. It doesn't mean that you can't be a better person in this, like going forward. We've seen people who've been scumbags turn into great partners later with somebody else. Does that mean that it's going to happen for everybody? Absolutely not. And I do agree, basketball players and women like her, Meg and the Cardi B's, they're gonna have bad reputations because of the persona that they put out to the public is very much a sexually driven one, and that's the kind of people that might be genuinely attracted to you, and you have to do more genuine soul digging to find out if it's real or not because of what you're putting out in the world. So she said she's taking a break. I hope it's an intentional break. I know she still has a few more of her plays publicly that she has to do before she can actually remove herself publicly because she's in a play right now.
She left that early. Moulin Rouge, she left it early.
She left it early, but she still has more shows to do.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. I haven't heard that she's removed herself from the cast. She left the show early, but I don't think she moved herself from the cast. So she has a few more shows to do. I don't know how much of that she will do or don't do. Hopefully she seems genuinely hurt about the situation. Whatever type of personality I have, if you're hurt, right? And so hopefully that was the last of her public posting about the situation, and she does whatever needs to happen behind the scenes to really get herself situated from that.
All right. Now I'm about to say something very profound. So lock in with me, follow it, take my hand, walk with me. All right. Here's the thing about accountability.
Mm-hmm.
As far as what you said about the past, people's past matters. Your past is a history of your patterns. It can tell me something about you, even if you have changed. If you have a history, like Darren alluded to, of being an alcoholic or being a drug addict or something, it tells me something about you. You may have an addictive personality or whatnot. You are prone to do a certain thing. In no other aspect of our society do we not look into past other than in relationships. If you want to get a car, a house, a credit card, or get car insurance, they check your credit history. You want to get car insurance, they check your driving history. If you go before a judge, they check your record, your criminal record. Why wouldn't you do the same for somebody that you might end up spending the rest of your life for? Or with, I should say, right? So, as far as taking accountability and why I say it's up to women to take responsibility for who they go with and maybe change their patterns and all that stuff, is because look at it this way. If someone breaks into your house, that's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to not leave the door open. The same way you protect your car and you lock those doors and it's your responsibility to protect your heart as well. But you can't just expect all men to be better or for all men to change. You need to do what you need to do to protect yourself. God damn.
That's what I'm saying. The Claire did, because when he bought her the car, she bought him a car.
I don't know. They were buying each other stuff. They spent
and
a
there
lot.
was a thing that he talked about how he made a public statement about a gift that she got him, about how genuinely intentional she is about the things that she do for him and makes him a better man, blah 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 blah. And Now you didn't have to publicly say none of that. You could have said that to her, and she knows how you feel, blah blah blah. But that's what I'm saying is the things I see that he portrayed didn't make me feel like that's the road he was sharing thing on his side still, like. But if you know that you can, cheating is one thing. If you know you genuinely don't want to be in a monogamous relationship like Neo, that he took too long he ruined 2 women's life forever, and now he wants to be out here with 4 girlfriends. You know you wanted to do it the whole time. Like you could have you made one barren, she can have no kids, you ruined her life forever. And then the other one, you gave her 4 kids and then left her to be with 3 other women. Like you know that's what you wanted to do. Just do that from the jump. People are going. Neo is a great example. He has 3 women. They're gonna come and do it with you because you're gonna have a fan base for it. You don't have to pretend to want to be with one person for family's sake or whatever. You don't need to. Just do it.
I agree.
If you want to be with 3 women and one in every state, they're gonna be they're gonna be waiting for you.
Yeah. Especially when you're rich. I agree. It's something I need to understand too. Men don't like or respect hoes. They like to have fun with them, but y'all need to understand, like, they look at your past. Men look at your history. A chick with endless bars about her effing other people's getting cheated on makes me laugh. Men do not respect women with unrespectable past. And for some reason, a woman will take a woman like Meg with a history like hers and try to put her on a pedestal like she's viewed as a good woman. She isn't. And this guy here, he summed it up the best. Am I saying that's how it should be? No. I'm just talking about how it is. Like, but check this out. This was one of the most well put responses to explain why men act the way they do about Meg. Nia Long got cheated on and men didn't celebrate. I remember when Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry, men didn't celebrate. We crucified them. Making jokes about the stallion don't mean men hate women. We hate hoes. We hate the man-bashing brands and rhetoric. So when we see Cardi become a baby mama from a we said was flawed, when we see Lotto become the third baby mama after rapping about exclusive coochie and low body counts, we see Young Miami getting peed on, Coi Leray getting made a baby mama because girls is players too, we got jokes. Never celebrating honorable women getting hurt, but the ones who project date them all, F them all, don't cook and clean, you'll still get the ring type tropes that never lead to them ever being taken truly serious. And I think that's how men see it for real. We are talking about Meg Thee Stallion, who in just about all her music is talking about how she plays dudes and she takes their money and she got good WAP and all that stuff. She's not seen in men's eyes as a respectable woman, so they don't respect her. So if she gets played after talking all that stuff, they're gonna laugh about it. That's why when Cardi B going through all what she going through, mind you, Cardi B stupid for men. That's her problem, really. When Cardi B going through what she going through, men start thinking about, oh, you used to drug man. You used to drug and rob man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they look at it. And I think women need to start, like, stop trying to have the situation in the way that you want it and look at it as it is. It may change, but right now, this is what it is. What do you think about that?
I just think, hey, once you live in a public life, you gotta be prepared for the things that come with it publicly, especially when you're posting your spouse. Some things could be true, some things could be false. People are out for your demise all the time, especially if they feel like you're doing better than them and you shouldn't be, even if you've never done anything to them at all. I ain't here wishing for Megan downfall. I ain't wishing for Clay downfall. I'm just saying, like, either or. I am just saying people quick to throw stones after people when they got a whole closet full of rocks. And I am just saying, like, hey, they seem like they were working at something real and genuine. Maybe she thought it was. She's entitled to change her life around if she so is. And if she isn't, of course, like you said, the things that you do with your life does have a reflection on you, and it attracts a certain type of people. So like you said, her music is one of those things she has to really wean people out for what they really are or what their intentions is. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. But you know, I hope she figures it out. I hope she takes her break wisely and it benefits her. I hope that she comes to some type of peace and restoration about the whole situation. Because at the end of the day, she's a person, she has feelings, and we know that the internet could be a cruel place. And that does take out a lot on people, especially when you can have negative posts in your comments every day, all the time, because you're a public person. Like, even those things take a toll on people. So we'll see.
Hey, most men, or well, a lot of men, most men care about the history of the woman that they're with or want to be with or interested in, right? That's just what it is. That's why you see men talking about body count, which it don't matter to me. I quite frankly, I don't want to know. I want to know, is it clean? And also,
my chart. Open your my chart.
My issue really, when it comes to bodies, is it clean? And I need to know that you ain't sleep with like my cousin, somebody close to me. You get what I'm saying? Because you could have two on your list of bodies, but if one of them is my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got an issue. So it ain't even about how high it is; it's who the bodies is. So it's a wrap if you smash somebody, I know. But that's another thing with Megan too. Like, they know who you've been with. That's why I applaud Lori Harvey. A lot of men have an issue with Lori Harvey, but she keeps her secret. She keeps it on lock, and I respect that. I do dislike how she did my boy Michael B. Jordan, but hey, that's all. That's all in the game.
She don't deserve no happiness after that.
You see what I'm saying? That's all in the game, though. So
she don't deserve no happiness after that.
But she don't be online talking, yapping. I've been with you know what I'm saying? Like,
Agreed.
I respect that. I have one last question. If it was Clay who gave the message about being cheated on by Meg, would he get the sympathy and support that Meg is getting now? I doubt
What's the question? Sorry.
Would it? If it was Clay who gave the message about being cheated on by Meg, would he get the sympathy and support that Meg is getting now? What do you think?
I don't know if she's getting sympathy and support. She's getting bashed because of the kind of person that she is and the kind of music that she sings. I don't see sympathy and support. I haven't seen sympathy and support from Meg.
From the hotties? Them girls were talking about cheating on their man to forget.
I haven't seen it. I'm just saying.
It's
not happening.
You know, yeah.
I've seen more bashing of her. Like, what you expect? Like, you know, like, I've seen the things where WAP go for 2-1. I'm seeing stuff.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is
That's
true.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing.
I feel. I don't believe so because, like I said, Michael B. Jordan did not get no real like sympathy and support. But there are women like tagging Meg. The first picture I showed you was somebody tagging Meg in solidarity. You know what I mean?
Like you said, her post was a bit. It seemed more about her life than it was about Meg.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it becomes a we are woman type of thing. No, it could just be she chose wrong, man. It could just be that. But yeah, all right. But even that they get seen as victim blaming, which I don't believe it is. Because if you tell a man he should choose better, I agree with you. You tell a woman I agree with you.
You're always the denominator in your equation.
In every relationship, everywhere you go, you're there. All right, one last thing before we step out.
Ooh, already? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, man. All right, I do want to touch on this, because I've been noticing a trend that I am concerned about online. There's a trend of women making hating men their persona. And when I say men, it seems to have extended to even the little men that they've given birth to. It's very concerning. I'm going to show you this video. Y'all tell me what you think about it because I'm upset. And then the comments piss me off. I need to stop reading the comments. The comments piss me off more because the women were like agreeing with her and like,
I used to think men were shit because they were raised like shit. I am starting to believe, as the parent of a little boy, that they all start out like shit and they have to be raised out of it. My 6-year-old son, oh my God, he's been on one lately. He's been having a really hard time with a lot of stuff. Fine, whatever. Today, I looked at him and I was like, what is going on? What's the problem? This boy leans back and goes, I'm just so sad that Granny T died. That's my grandma. He kicked his sister in the face and then blamed it on being sad that my grandma died 2 months ago.
This is her son that she went to the internet to tell all these strangers about her 6-year-old son. And then the comments were agreeing with her. One of them that I saw, I should have uploaded it. One of them that I saw said, that's why when I get pregnant, it's either going to be a girl or an abortion. That's the kind of comments that are going around about boys and men. And most of the comments were like that. So apparently we're just born trashy. Apparently girls are just, peachy. From what I understand, children are born selfish. All children, all they care about is themselves. That's kind of how that's what happened. That's like, I mean, what else they gonna be? They ain't got no bills. They ain't got nothing else to care about. Grief has no time limit. It has no one way to be expressed. Mind you, she said 2 months, you know, ain't 2 years. 2 months she been gone. Is it crazy to think that a 6-year-old boy might act out because his grandmother died 2 months ago? Is that not a thing that could?
It is a thing, but how you act of kicking your sister in her face, that is a different thing.
Of course, that's too far.
But who's raising him though?
Exactly. So this 6-year-old boy, is he raising himself? Where is the accountability? She's saying they need to be raised out of it. So apparently you're not doing a good job.
No, I agree about the raise out of it, because you have to teach them about sharing, and that's why they instill those things in kids from young, about sharing your your toys, and but so you don't grow up to be one of those unsufferable, selfish individuals. But she's raising him.
Exactly. So if you say that boys are born this way, right? It's just genetics. Also, whose genetics then?
And kids are, I wouldn't say boys, I would say kids are just born that way.
But she's saying boys, specifically boys, and that, I'm telling you, that's how the comments were going. But isn't it half her genes? So what are we now saying, that it's only the man? Anyway, so yeah, that I just wanted to see that, because it's very concerning, and that's not the first time I've seen that. I posted a video on the Same Difference page also that didn't get many views or responses, but it was a group of black women in a clubhouse chat room, and they were petitioning to non-black men to basically eradicate black men.
Like from the earth?
From Earth, to take us out.
And replace them with what?
So these are the kind of things that's happening, and I don't see other women calling it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's concerning. It's very concerning. But yeah. So remember, when you say, oh, men hate women, please know that there's another side to it, and don't turn a blind eye to stuff like this. All right? Okay. I gonna tag you in it, Jericho. Don't worry, because nobody wanted to comment on that there. But if just imagine if that was the other way around. Imagine if I posted that on the page and it was black men imagine that. You think that would have went without responses?
Right, Jericho. Because English isn't enough. We need a different language.
All right. But yeah, it's been another great episode of a topsy-turvy, up-down episode of A Different Day with Ja and...
It's Neci, the man.
Neci, can you give us our parting words, a good message to start our week off with, please?
I don't even know what to tell her to them, son. Listen. Stop acting like you ain't part of the problem, because you definitely have some responsibility in everything that happens around you. All
right, now that's a word. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Check us next Sunday between 4 to 6 p.m. Go ahead and share the live. Tell people about A Different Day with Ja and Neci. Keep us locked. Go ahead and also follow 101.3 ROE FM, the #1 station in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Stay tuned there. You can keep up with your local information on the Facebook page. If you live in the Virgin Islands, you can also listen every day on the station. Tap in with our DJs, listen to the commercials, support the people that support you. And as for us, you can catch us, all of our episodes, on our YouTube at VI_very_own, our Same Difference Facebook page, or on 101.3 ROE FM's Facebook page as well. All right. Once again, share the live. We'll be back next Sunday between 4 to 6. That's it for us. We out. Love you guys. Peace.